Hi, I'm LP Master 6, and welcome to looking at this advertisement for the upcoming SNES title Kirby Superstar. I believe this ad is telling us, like, oh, it's this many games in one cartridge. And we are currently looking at this on the Satellaview, the Japan exclusive add-on for the SNES. And we are playing Kirby's Toy Box, which is a set of 8 minigames that aired separately. Thought for a long time to be lost media, all 6 of the games unique to Kirby's Toy Box, since the last 2 are actually present in Kirby Superstar. The 6 unique ones have been found and restored into playable ROM dumps. So we're going to be playing these all as if they're one game, because the Satellaview released games episodically, kind of like how modern games do occasionally, like in DLC. Either way, I'm counting them as one game, and we'll be going through all of them. So, this says, as you can see, Kirby's Toy Box, and then that text above Game Start says Pinball, which translates to Pinball! I'm sorry for everybody's ears. Let's get started on Pinball. I'm assuming they started with Pinball because of Kirby's Pinball Land. So it's like, hey, you remember this game for the Game Boy? Well, here is a smaller version for the SNES that you can play. But I can't believe they actually restored this after all these years. I think they found 1 or 2 of them several years ago, but the ROM dumps were pretty bad. But there's actually good quality of all 6 now. Like I said, the other 2 were minigames present in Kirby Superstar, and, oh, so sorry about that, everybody. Just ignore that. The ROM dumps aren't perfect. Oh, that fucking hurts my eyes. Oh, no. But eyewitnesses say that the playable demo versions of the minigames from Kirby Superstar that were the last 2 games in this collection were pretty much identical, so we're not actually missing out on anything. I thought about pulling those up at the end of this and playing them just in Kirby Superstar, but that's not that fun. This whole game is just conceived as a nice a really cool advertisement for Kirby Superstar, you know, with its own unique games. So, I guess we'll just see those 2 games in Kirby Superstar. Because if you've never seen me before, I'm LP Master 6. I'm playing through every game in every series relevant to the original Super Smash Bros. In release order. And we have just entered 1996. This is the first game we're doing for 1996. And, come on, hit DDD, please. Oh my god! Oh, I got too excited! We actually passed the high score. I'm normally really bad at this pinball game because, I mean, it's no NES pinball, so I haven't practiced it as much. If you've never seen my original NES pinball Let's Play from 2017, the commentary is pretty obnoxious, but the gameplay is stellar. I don't know how I pulled that off. Again, not to brag, but my high score in NES pinball is 636,000, I believe. Which is insane. Oh, come on. We were doing so well. I got so much to talk about here. In my Kirby's Block Ball, my last Let's Play, I talked about how it was the last appearance of the Crack Tweet, aka the Hatched Chick. But as you can see up there, this is the last appearance of it. I completely forgot it was in Pinball here. So say goodbye. Get ready to say goodbye to it. I'm going to be completely honest. I actually like Kirby's Toy Box Pinball more than I like, oh my god, except for that, Kirby's Pinball Land. Kirby's Pinball Land is really fun, but it's really stressful. A pinball game with a goal that's not score is so stressful. Also, that is a Ko-Kracko, I believe, from Dreamland 2. There's a lot of Dreamland 2 enemies in this. Like the Crack Tweet, who makes its only, you know, colored appearance. Not color. Well, you know what I mean. Like 16-bit full color appearance. So I think that's pretty cool. But it's really awesome being able to play these Satellaview games because for years everybody thought they were just gone forever. And that, you know, especially English-speaking countries or players or outside of Japan, I mean, because not everybody speaks English. Jeez, I don't know what I'm trying to say. That's not political commentary or American nationalism. I apologize. You know, nobody thought they would ever get to play this, but here I am playing it. I have experienced horrible eye strain. We haven't even gotten to the worst of the eye strain yet, but I'll warn you when that happens. The Elites, or whatever they're called, they're the only instance of that, except for one other minigame where the light flashing happens the entire game, so we're not gonna spend that much time on that one. But in all 6 of these, Kirby is the ball. They're all somewhat ball-based minigames, playing off of the other Kirby spin-offs that we've played so far, except for Kirby's Avalanche, which is not a thematic Kirby game, which is still disappointing to me, even though the Kirby stuff is very funny. I'll breathe in your pathetic bombs and spit them out right back at ya! My favorite Kirby quote, which I paraphrased. Okay, well, that was terrible gameplay, but we actually showed off everything in the board. Before we go, though, I want to point out all of the music, except for one of the minigames, is reused music from Kirby's Dream Course. Except for the title screen music on some of these, which is a remix of the Kirby's Adventure title. The composer has actually been found. I don't recognize anything else they've done. I may have forgotten to look him up, or her. I think it was a him. It doesn't matter. But one more important thing before we swap over. Why is Mr. Frosty green? That is bothering me so much. Like, what? Is that a palette limitation? Because there's white everywhere. They could have just made him white. And blue, right? He has some blue on him? Maybe that's just the NES palette. I don't know. But maybe that's a part of the ROM dump? But I feel like that makes no sense. Anyway, if we sit here long enough... Oh, I didn't explain what DDD does. He keeps adding your bonus multiplier, apparently, if you hit him 5 times, but he's really difficult to hit. He's in the worst possible spot. Yeah, that's a very simple game of pinball, and I could have sworn that if you sat here long enough, it went to the Kirby Superstar advertisement screen, and I just wanted to show that for some reason. But we are actually going to swap over now to... If I could skip the Kirby Superstar ad. Kirby's Toy Box. Starbreaker. With its own unique music. This is the only game in the collection with a completely new, unique soundtrack. Which is interesting. Actually, now that I think about it, I did look up this composer. And I don't think I recognized anything they did. And this wasn't in their credits on whatever website I looked at. But we are actually not controlling Kirby in this one, but Kirby is again the ball in a Breakout clone. There is no golf Kirby's Toy Box game, which makes sense. They're already reusing the music from Kirby's Dream Course, so I guess why not just do Pinball Land and Block Ball, the 2 Game Boy games spin-offs. But we're controlling 2 Ricks, and we gotta make Kirby break the stars, as the name implies. You might think Starbreaker is a weird name, but there's actually a little bit of a theme, I think, where the name of the game is oh my god, why did we go that far? I wasn't holding the button. That's not drift or something. I'm playing on a D-pad on a Switch Pro controller. And yes, I'm not... If you've seen most of my recent videos, anytime I play anything on an emulator, it's on my keyboard lately. But no, I am using an actual controller and being more professional today. But the theming is that the name of the game is the name of the ball that Kirby is being. But let me go ahead and explain some stuff about this game. Oh yes, you can get a good combo there. Sort of. I'm not sure if that's exactly how it works. This scoring is confusing for this one. So there is a star counter down there, as you can see, but it is steadily decreasing. I didn't notice that for my first like 20 times playing this game. Basically what happens is your star counter, as long as it's above 10, Kirby can hit the ground and bounce once without the Rick's trampoline. Also, why are there two Ricks? He's Rick the hamster. It's not a species of hamster, right? I mean, I'm sure this is not canon. In fact, Masahiro Sakurai, creator of Kirby, who still worked at HAL at the time and was heavily involved in most of the Kirby projects in 1996, has never seen this game still to this day. That is not good. The physics in this are so weird, and it makes me sad. The Rick is so mean to the other Rick. But I'm glad that Rick gets the star in this. Kine and Ku are not in Kirby's Story Box at all. So, the shout out to Croissant Beast 315, who is a huge fan of Rick. We did it! We beat Stage 1! That's right, Stage 1. There are 5? Okay, yeah, we just wait for him to show up. I like the little designs. This is nice. Completely different from Kirby's Block Ball, which is way more of a regular breakout game. And another thing I liked about, you know, the Pinball game, way different from Pinball Land. It plays, like, completely differently. And so much better for some reason. I don't know why. I don't know who developed this. Whether it was HAL or Nintendo. Or, God, who knows, one of those uncredited companies like Tosei or half the early games Intelligent Systems worked on. But we're in 1996. I feel like we're done with a lot of that. But I don't know what I'm saying. 1996 is a big year, by the way, so I'm very excited for this one. The only big games in 1995 that we did were Donkey Kong Country 2, which wasn't really a revolutionary game, it's just really good, and Yoshi's Island, which was revolutionary for the Mario series, but not like gaming as a whole. 1996 is a big leap for us. Because we've got the Nintendo 64 coming out, and tons of other events, but we're still in early 1996. So I guess I won't dive too deep into that. I wasn't supposed to be recording today. My wife and I were going to go hiking like we do every year. Because we did it for our honeymoon the day after, no, 2 days after our wedding. We call it hiking. It's really not hiking. We just go for a walk in this nature trail state park place, like an hour from our house. But it's really nice. It's great to play Pikmin Bloom there, if I can get it to work on my phone. Lost my train of thought completely. But my wife just started her new job last week at Walmart as an online grocery pickup person. And her feet are killing her. So she didn't want to go. And honestly, I'm kind of relieved. We're going to do that on our actual anniversary now. So we do still have time to do it before winter comes. Because it is November 8th, 2022 for those wondering. Oh yeah, that's a good combo. Oh, I never finished explaining the star counter. It steadily decreases, and when Kirby hits the ground by bouncing, it drops 10. But I don't get it. Like, you don't have to get the stars. Your main goal, aside from hitting all the stars, which is eventually going to happen because there's no obstacles, it's just stars. Oh, as long as you keep Kirby afloat and don't drop him, you're good. So try not to get a crazy angle going, or you're screwed. Like I was earlier. I believe as long as he hits the Ricks at all, he's good. But sometimes he speeds up for no apparent reason. Doesn't seem to happen too often. But the physics engines in these games are pretty impressive for, you know, all they are. And this is our second Satellaview game. Technically third if you count Undake 30 Samegame Mario version. But, I mean, that was also a Nintendo Power cartridge, and I believe just a downloadable cartridge of some kind before the Nintendo Power cartridge existed. Sorry, I had to finish my water. Yeah, I've never made it past this stage. I'm really hoping to, because I want to show you all the content. Oh my god. I'm scared of what 4 and 5 look like. We do have 2 Kirbys left, that's good, and we have plenty of star energy, not that that's going to be too helpful. But if you want to go for stars and let Kirby bounce once... Oh, what was that? Oh, we hit the high score. We didn't get the jingle. Oh, because that was Dream Course music, and this has a unique soundtrack. But why only Starbreaker? It's weird. I guess because this is the most full of any game? Because this has an actual ending point, and like, you know, Pinball for sure doesn't. But, yeah, you can't do anything but move the Ricks. It's nice and simple. This is so relaxing. This selection of games. I've been playing them all every day. I haven't practiced too much just because I don't have enough time, and this is 6 whole games. I mostly practice Pinball. Because that's the most fun, because I'm a pinball fanatic. I don't actually play that many pinball games. I own a pinball machine, a tabletop one though. Not a big upright pinball machine. It's the Super Mario 64 pinball machine from, I think, like 2005? Surprisingly late for being a Super Mario 64 pinball machine. Because it uses all the art from Mario 64. I haven't put batteries in that or played it in ages. It's just sitting on my drawers to the right of me, next to an LED Mario light that changes colors. I have such a nice collection of Mario paraphernalia. I'm also glad my wife didn't want to go walking the nature trail today, because I'm exhausted. I haven't had a day at home in forever. I had the day off yesterday because, well, I'm matching my wife's work schedule now, but she is supposed to be off Saturdays, but I wanted to work Saturday because it makes more money than Monday, so I went to my friend Nathan's yesterday, Monday, and helped him and his dad move a bunch of stuff around their house to organize stuff, because they have a bunch of stuff, because Nathan's dad likes to resell, like fix up broken electronics and resell them. He gives good deals. It's not really a legal business. It just, he sells stuff on Facebook, you know. So it's a nice mixture, if you ask me, of a hobby and a nice income. But in any case, I say all this to say my back is killing me from moving a bunch of stuff and realizing just how out of shape I am. I really need to get back into playing Ring Fit Adventure. And, I mean, working at Pizza Hut also helped my physical stamina. But, you know, I didn't actually lift much. I lifted boxes of dough. But that was about it. I don't know, there was a decent amount of lifting at Pizza Hut. A little bit more, I guess, than you'd expect. But I wouldn't say it was a huge part of the job. Ooh, those boxes of breadstick dough were horrible. So heavy. Especially, they were on the bottom shelf in the freezer. And sometimes you had to dig for them. So I had to bend over, which is the worst thing for my back problems. For those who don't know, I have a chronic back illness, injury. I don't think it qualifies as either of those. Doctors don't know what it is. It stems from one of my legs being longer than the other. So my back pain is actually a result of being unable to lift from my legs. Because otherwise my knees would, like, break. So anytime I do consciously lift with my legs to prevent back pain, it just really hurts my knees. I was talking about breadstick dough. That's not that interesting. I've been missing Pizza Hut a lot lately, actually. That was stage 3, right? That's cool. Does our star count carry over? I hope so. Alright, got a message from my mother-in-law that distracted me. She needs a Christmas list. I'm just gonna ask her for one thing. Maybe 2. Switch games, of course. Because that's all I ever ask for. That or money. But whenever I ask for money, it's depressing. But I had a, I keep having dreams about Pizza Hut, and I really miss it. Probably because I just passed my 5th anniversary of getting my first job, which was at Pizza Hut. And the only reason I left is because it shut down. And I was about to be made manager, hopefully. I was in line because this other new manager they brought in, because they didn't know I wanted the job. He didn't seem like he was enjoying the job very much. And I kind of wanted to edge him out and then become the next manager myself. I'm glad I didn't. That would have been an overly stressful job. But I do miss all the friends I made there, and actually having coworkers, because delivery driving, what I do now, no coworkers. I sit in a car all day by myself. I've stopped, like, becoming depressed over my job. I talk to a lot of people during the day, like on the phone. And I bring my wife to work, and my days have gotten a little bit shorter. I only work 9 hours now. I used to do 11 and a half, then moved it down to 11, then 10 and a half. And for a while I was doing 12-hour shifts. But that was all miserable. But now, ending my shift and going to pick up my wife from work in the town I work, it's so nice. Things are going well. Financially, I'm very excited. You know, having this nice income. And for 9 months, my wife still gets her disability, so we can finally afford to pay back our $11,000 debt for our Cat Morris's surgery and hospital stay. We can pay off the car some more and actually save up to fix up our house. I'm very excited. And one day I'll get my hard drive fixed. I'm just talking about my dreams and ambitions, and they're all boring. Like, I love my job. I never intend to change jobs unless I have to. So I really don't have that many dreams and ambitions. They're just family related and small, goal-oriented things. But it's really nice. I love life. It's great. And I hope you all who are watching can start loving life too. And I'm sorry for anybody who doesn't care about anything I'm talking about, but there's not that much to say about this game. I can talk about what I've been playing lately. I guess I'll do that in a minute. I feel like I had a point to everything I was saying. I don't remember. Oh, my Pizza Hut dreams. Yeah, I've been dreaming for several months now. Like, I go into work at Pizza Hut, and it's like it never shut down. I just left, and I could come back at any time, so I get rehired, and everybody who ever left there while I was there is back. And I'm like, oh, hey guys, I'm back! And they all get excited to see me. That, or sometimes they're like, you never left. Or they're like, what? Oh, okay. And it just feels more dreamlike then. But the other night I had a dream where my wife and I were... I gotta keep this kid friendly. We were doing something unrealistically. Like, it didn't make any sense in the dream. Like, it wasn't actually physically possible. On the couch. Something unspeakable and not child-friendly. Not safe for work, as they say. I've never used that term in my life. And then our roommate, which we don't have one, thankfully, Mateo from Superstore came in, and we were like, Mateo, I thought you were supposed to be in jail. And he's like, I just had to get some blankets. And then he comes in, but this truck is following him around our yard. And I'm like, oh, I knew this would happen. We would all die. We would be killed by the government and drug dealers if we took in a roommate. I guess I have a deep-rooted fear of roommates after having not great roommate experiences in the past. But... and then, it turns out a semi was just stuck in our yard. and I had to go help him out, and I almost fell into a massive ditch and died in my grandfather and my wife's grandfather, his old truck, which is broken down right now. So I guess that's where that part of the dream stems from. And that was scary. And then I was like, oh my god, I have to take this truck to work right now to go to Pizza Hut at 3 a.m. So I did that, and I had a specific dream about the parking lot. I remember it being very vivid, but I don't remember what the content was. And then I ended up going home, and then my wife contorted like a snake, and we did the unspeakable act again on the toilet, but it wasn't working. But it was gross, and then I woke up. So, that was my dream. Here's what I've been playing lately. Mario Party 1 and 2 are out for the Switch now on Nintendo Switch Online for Expansion Pass members. I can highly recommend. They play very well. I haven't had any lag at all. I've only been playing by myself. Man, when I was a kid, I had almost all the Mario Party games. I still have them, of course. And, oh, stage 5, here we go. This is going on way longer than I expected. I might have to split this, but Pinball was so short. We'll see how it goes. Yeah, when I was a kid, I had a bunch of Mario Party games, most of them, and I just only ever played them by myself. I don't think I played Mario Party with another person. Well, I did in 8th grade once for a Billy Blue Plays Mario Party 8 video. That is still on YouTube. Hold up, I forgot to swap headphones. So my left ear hurts. Gotta give it to my right ear now. Because if I put them both on, I talk like this. I didn't play Mario Party aside from that with multiple people, I think, until I was an adult. I don't think I've played Mario Party with 4 people. I think I've done that 5 times in my life. Other than that, I've played with 2 people a few times. You know, it's nice to finally be an adult and have friends that can hang out with me. It doesn't happen very often because adult schedules are atrocious, and oftentimes when I do hang out with people, they just want to play Smash Brothers or just talk, which are nice activities. There's so many things I want to do and so little time to do it. I'm so ready to take a vacation from work. You have no idea. And this extra income is really going to help that. I just got to pay off my massive amount of debt that I've had for almost 6 months now. 5 months. I've had that debt for 5 months and 3 days. I owe my one of my best friends, Grant, $4,000. And I know Grant's not watching this. I can talk about how I'm a little annoyed with him right now. And I need to talk to him about this. I feel like he won't make time for me. And I know I also haven't made time for him in the past months. But now I'm ready to take specific days off. I was willing to take any day off of work when I couldn't afford it before. And I'm so sorry, guys. I lost my train of thought. I was thinking about Kirby. And now there's like no day I can hang out with Grant this entire month, and it makes me sad. You know, because I get off work at 8 p.m. and he lives an hour from my work. So, and then he's got to go to bed and be up at like 7 a.m. No, that's not true. I think 8-ish. Same time I get up. Oh man, we are 1 star away from finishing stage 5. This is so exciting. If we can actually do it. And nope, that's not going to do it. Come on. Steer Kirby, steer Kirby. We're doing it. We're learning the mechanics. Come on! It has to be a corner one that we're stuck on. Oh, oh, nope, that's not going to work at all. Oh, nope. We're losing all our star points. That's not good. We need to save those up. Oh, yes. We didn't get a star from Kirby turning into a star? Oh! Yeah, buddy. Actually, I already knew this was happening. I don't know what happens if you hit the hammers. But we have to hit King Dedede a certain amount of times. I've never seen this. His sound effects are so weird. Oh, Kirby, you need to calm down now. Oh, Kirby, please. Kirby, please. Oh, no! The hammer stun. Oh, this isn't good. I've got to beat him. Alright. Alright, so we have to... Oh, this is a nice mechanic. Okay. This song is cool. I didn't hear this when I looked at the soundtrack. Oh, fuck. I'm sorry. I really try to keep this kid-friendly by not talking about having sex with my wife. This is our last shot. I'm so worried I'm not going to be able to beat Dedede for you guys. Now, of course, the game just loops, but I want to know if there's some sort of fanfare or something. Alright, come on. Oh, that's a hit. No. So do we have to hit him from the top or just while he's not in that animation? Okay, alright. I think you have to hit him, what, 10, 15 times? Oh. Well, that was a little unceremonious. Let me see. You have to hit him 10 times. Yeah, that seems about accurate for what we did. But we are actually going to end it here and move on to our third game. So, I'll see you then. I was going to go until I got a game over in every game, but man, we really got a high score for that one. That was cool. That's the only one with an ending, so that's the only one we're going to go for 24 minutes on. Jeez. Okay. I'm LP Master Siggs.